On today's Warehouse Safety Tip Wednesday, we'll be covering holiday safety, so stay tuned. Welcome to Warehouse Safety Tips. You can find the show notes to each episode, links to information mentioned on the podcast, the social media platforms we're on, and anything else related to the podcast at warehousesafetytips.com. Now, if you're a seasoned podcast listener, this podcast is going to be different from most you listen to. It's based around exactly what the name implies, warehouse safety tips. And since the people in this industry are busy, we know that time is money and each episode will be as short and to the point as possible. And now, with all of that out of the way, let's get to the podcast. Today we're going to be discussing holiday safety, and while doing so, we're going to break the rule of keeping things evergreen. And no, we're not talking about Christmas trees. Now, if you aren't familiar with what evergreen means in reference to media, simply put, it's not providing information that lets your audience know when the information was created, such as times, dates, events, and or seasons. So we've already broke that evergreen wall with our Christmas tree reference. Now, there are times when it's okay and or unavoidable, and this is going to be one of them. Let's address the holiday portion of our holiday safety title for today. This podcast is going to be going live 2 days before Christmas. And the reason we named it holiday safety as opposed to safety will return after the first of the year is because safety doesn't take time off, or at least it shouldn't. This time of the year, it's very easy to have your thoughts divert from work and safety to that of family, faith, and overall celebration. But safety needs to remain front of mind at all times. It's in those moments of distraction or hurry where accidents occur. Now, much like most of 2020, we're still in the midst of a coronavirus pandemic. So in addition to the safety protocols that we also have social distancing, PPE, and enhanced hygiene that are part of our holiday season. Now, we have a long time to go with this current pandemic, but long after it's out of the headlines, there's a very good chance that the protocols are going to remain. So it may not have fireworks, candy, or a big meal with all the trimmings associated with it, but safety is a holiday worth celebrating every day. Before moving on, here's a word from one of our sponsors. If you've ever been to or worked in a warehouse, you know just how important safety is to both management and staff. It's almost impossible to go 10 steps without seeing safety tape, angles, signs, and or safety products. It's these items that show us how to be safe and avoid danger in the workplace. And if you're looking for the best products to make this happen, look no further than Mighty Line. Mighty Line floor signs and floor markings offer the best industrial products out there. We're proud to have Mighty Line as the official floor sign and floor marking company for the Warehouse Safety Tips podcast and site. Go to mightylinetape.com/safety tips to request a sample pack of their incredible safety signs and floor markings. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Warehouse Safety Tips. If you visit warehousesafetytips.com, you'll find the show notes for this episode and access to all of our blog posts, previous podcasts, advertiser information, and much more. Thank you for listening to Warehouse Safety Tips and have a safe day.